WCW has defeated the NWO!
Oh, baby!
This is the biggest moment in WCW, and you've witnessed it at Slamboree.
And it's just the beginning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Slamboree is history. Spring has sprung, summer's coming. We are in the heart of the Great Smoky Mountains in Asheville, North Carolina. Welcome to WCW Monday Nitro. I'm Gene Okerlund, along with Tony Schiavone, Larry Zbyszko, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming a man hot on a trail of victory down in Charlotte, North Carolina last night. Former 13-time WCW Heavyweight Champion of the World, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Nature Boy, the party is spilling over from Charlotte, North Carolina, here into the streets of Asheville. The celebration's still going on. You and WCW successful at Slamboree last night.
Mean Gene!
Thank you.
We are live in Asheville, North Carolina. And last night, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the greatest thrill of my wrestling career.
That's probably an understatement, Ric Flair.
I erased self-doubt. I erased a difference in philosophy with the big boys from the NWO. I was able, by the grace of the good Lord, to walk that aisle.
Amen.
Woo! With the great Kevin Green and the Hot Rod. And I promise you that instead of putting this to the side, I know now I want Beckett.
What is this? What is going on here? Give me some help, please, guys. What is happening? What is this? This interview time has been allocated to the Nature Boy. Who do you think you are?
Let me explain something to you for a quick second. First of all, you guys beat no one last night. In our opinion, and it's a fact, the wrong guy was in the ring. Second thing I want to talk to you about in front of everybody.
Richard.
Is this. I heard you say, I don't know about you, Nash, or you, Hall, but you know you can take me. It's more like the other way around, Flair. After last night, being in the ring with you, I know I can take you. I dominated you. And if you got the guts,
He's got him.
because we call the shots, we can do it tonight, right here and now. If you got them, baby.
You got a pair of them, I don't mind telling you, Ric Flair.
You know, I'm gonna say it one more time. Hall, Nash, I do not know about for sure. But you, my friend, are like a fly in the ointment. And in Asheville, I
Watch out, we got action over here too. Gentlemen, hang on here now.
Wait, Six is running out of here like the coward he is. Big talk from a little man.
Holy Moses. Fans, let's go to the ring. And it's great to be with you this night. One day away, one day removed from Slamboree, and we echo the sentiments of Gene Okerlund and of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. What an event it was last night, Larry Zbyszko.
Well, you can understand the frustration in the New World Order because they went down, Tony. It was a night, it was a victory for tradition, just like I said it was going to be.
Are you back with us here,
Are
Brady?
you all right?
I don't know.
You all right there, Bob?
One thing we do know, let me say this. The challenge made by Six, right there, you saw it. Flair has accepted it, and Flair and Six later on tonight, live here on WCW Monday Nitro in this one-hour edition. Now, last night at Slamboree, in the midst of all the celebration that went on, the fans who saw our telecast got a little bit more than they thought they would, because we saw a battle erupt between two men, Diamond Dallas Page and the Macho Man Randy Savage, Brain.
No doubt about that. And in the frame of mind that Diamond Dallas Page was in last night, it's not going to go away. It's just going to build inside of him. The man's ready to explode. Came down that aisle, had that crutch that they used on him, that bowed out crutch where you could see the markings on the back of where they used it on Diamond Dallas. He wants Savage and he wants him bad.
He really does. There you see Scott Dickinson holding the World Television title belt, now owned by Lord Steven Regal, who last night in a classic one-on-one matchup defeated the Ultimate Dragon to become the television champion for the 4th time in his career.
Well, like I said, you know, Regal, like him or not, pompous jerk that he is, great mat technician. Iaukea trying to regain that TV title, but again, Tony, the young and the useless, gonna have a tough time against Regal. This man's full of experience, and don't forget, blessed are the young, for they shall inherit the national debt.
Full-on dragon twist, and the young man, Iaukea, and I would not want to be Iaukea, because I think you would agree with me right now, Brain. Regal is red hot. He's got a lot of momentum.
No doubt about it. And you know, he's given this man here the first opportunity at the television championship. That shows you how tough this guy Regal is.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but he's not getting him over. He's too far away.
Got a 2 count that time, and Iaukea, who upset Regal right here on this television program a few months ago, trying to regain the glory here, but Regal one step ahead. That was a bomb shot right to the eyes.
Well, you know something about Regal, he's ready now. He's on a roll. He's got that championship back, and he's got the momentum. You can see that. Look at that.
That's the crucifix. That's the maneuver he beat Regal with not too long ago. He's got him down 1, 2, and
No!
Couldn't hold him. Didn't have those shoulders. Didn't have the weight on him.
did not have the weight as right, Larry.
Can't be any closer.
That was the move that propelled Iaukea to the championship on this program not too long ago, but Regal came out of that and sends the former TV champ crashing face first. Rib cage hit hard on that mat.
So both his knees.
Yeah, Regal he just wants to ground the kid here.
Listen to that.
Back leg front kick by Regal, right along the spine, and that time kicked him in the jaw.
A couple more of those, we won't be the pyro guy.
No, we won't. He'll need the Mayo Clinic, though.
Picks him up.
Oh!
Reverse suplex, nicely done by the TV champ. Boy, he is just emoting the confidence, isn't he?
See, that was picture perfect, and Regal, he knows he's a master of this. He's got him hooked.
The Regal stretches on.
The Prince isn't going anyplace.
To add insult to injury, he's pounding away on the side of the face. Scott Dickinson calls for the bell, and your champ is red hot. The world television champ, international star, Steven Regal. Don't call him Lord anymore. Just call him Steven Regal.
Wait, how come you can't call him Lord anymore? Is that like an international object?
I'll explain this to you later, Larry.
Oh,
We'll be back
Thank you very much.
a big announcement next and more action.
See what it is.
One of the things that occurred last night at Slamboree was a wild fight involving Glacier, Mortis, Wrath, James Vandenberg, and someone
Winning the
out
match
of the
was
stands.
never on their mind.
Never crossed their mind.
Never entered their mind.
And I think Glacier knew this. A very brave.
Oh goodness.
He's a Tony with a helmet. He just slapped him.
Vulnerable whenever. Watch this.
The death penalty.
Hey,
Wait, we got a fan in.
who is that? There's a fan in the ring.
There's the police.
The fan is in the ring.
Wait a minute. Who is that,
I
Tony?
don't know.
Take a good look.
Well, I'll tell you what. He just took names and kicked some booty.
He really did, and we found out that man was full contact karate champion Ernest Miller. And boy, did he come in, and really, it's an overused cliche, but he really did clean house last night, Zbyszko.
Well, you know, what is Zbyszko? Is that like a rude thing?
No,
I could be offended by that, you know.
Hey, Mr.
Call me legend, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Something respectful.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Dweeb. Anyway, obviously, what's his name?
Ernest Miller.
Obviously, Ernest has a lot of respect for the discipline of Glacier, and from what I saw, the man had a lot of discipline himself. Nice kicks, and he did clean up the house.
Yeah, that was just not anyone. That was the current world heavyweight champion tournament karate who came in and dominated last night. And that was good because Glacier had been pounded on repeatedly over the past couple of weeks. Next matchup here on WCW Monday Nitro, David Taylor makes his way to the ring as you look at our great fans on hand, and he's got quite a chore ahead of him against a member of the NWO, Masahiro Chono. We welcome to our broadcast location, Mike Tenay. And Mike, good to have you here with us, and we talked about a big announcement coming up, and we're going to let you make that announcement to all of our great fans.
Well, thanks, Tony. Very big news for my hometown, Las Vegas, Nevada.
You're moving.
Monday Nitro is headed to the MGM Grand on June the 30th, and tickets go on sale this Saturday morning, 10 a.m. at the MGM Grand box office and all Ticketmaster outlets. Two important notes. This Saturday, I will join the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, and Medusa for an autograph session at the Grand Garden box office, and we understand from a very reliable source that a major star will make his debut in Las Vegas on June the 30th. Also, stay tuned for more details next Monday on upcoming Nitro events in Los Angeles at the Great Western Forum and in Detroit at the Palace of Auburn Hills.
Wow, a major star will be making his debut in Vegas. Do you know any
Details remain sketchy still at this point, Tony. We don't know if he's someone from another organization. We just know that a major star will debut June 30 in Las Vegas.
It must be me.
Is that it?
You've debuted repeatedly.
You can leave now.
Now, I want Mike Masahiro Chono, international star from Japan, but also a man who is now with the NWO. How's that been received in Japan?
Well, the NWO's influence, as you mentioned, recently extended to the Orient. Several months ago here on Nitro, Masa Chono became the first international member of the New World Order. When he turned on his countryman, Sonny Ono, I can tell you that NWO t-shirts are the hottest souvenir in Japan. Earlier this month, over 53,000 fans filled the huge Osaka Dome for a live event featuring the New World Order.
Oh boy, and I tell you, they have quite a find, and it's not really a find. The wrestling world has known about Masahiro Chono for years, but he's quite an addition to this group. I think he fits in quite nicely, wouldn't you say, Mike, with the NWO?
Well, appropriately enough, his nickname in Japan for years has been Mr. Blackjack, and he sort of fit right into the role with the NWO.
Well, he's definitely one of the most barbaric and cruelest of the Japanese wrestlers. This guy, he knows how to hurt you, and he enjoys it. And he's doing a number on Squire Dave Taylor. Now, is he still a Squire?
I don't know that. I don't know the answer.
Good.
But I'll tell you something about Chono. This man is a very dedicated man. His whole life, all he's ever wanted to do since he could walk was become a wrestler, and he's trained his whole life. He's a very, very tough man.
And Masa Chono was trained for professional wrestling by the legend Lou Thez. I wonder what Mr. Thez thinks about his association with the NWO, Larry.
Well, knowing Lou, he's probably disappointed. Lou Thez goes back to one of those guys who is tradition. Like we found out last night, tradition will live on.
What a moment that was last night. Mike, I know you were there. That was That was one of the greatest, most exciting moments in the history of our sport.
Certainly was an incredible sports moment just to see the Nature Boy Ric Flair introduced before that hometown crowd in Charlotte. Very memorable.
You know what amazed me? There was people in the front row, people behind us, people all over the place, groups of people that were in tears. The emotion of that event took over, you know, and I found out the woman in the third row had an extra chili dog while she was crying.
There's an STF,
That's
and that is his premier maneuver.
You know, and Chono, he just made it look easy, but Squire Dave Taylor is another great mat technician, but Chono took him down and ate him up on that mat.
You know, and Mike talked about Chono parting ways with Sonny Ono. Sonny Ono also had a party in the ways last night with the Ultimate Dragon, one would say, right, Mike?
Well, he certainly did, Tony, and we know that that led to Dragon losing the title, the TV title.
Take it away, Mike.
Steven Regal. Here's the replay. Spinning neck breaker by Chono. Sets up his signature submission move, the STF. This hold was taught to him by Luthez. The combination step over toe hold with the crossface for the victory. And we will see everyone Saturday morning at 10 at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas.
Mike,
There's your winner, Chono.
good seeing you again. I know the fans here in Asheville love you as we go now to Gene Okerlund.
Yeah, goodbye, Mike.
Tony, thank you very much. I am joined right now by the entrepreneur and wrestling aficionado. I'm not so certain he doesn't take a little dough on the side, under the table. I'm talking about Sonny Ono. Sonny Ono, you were watching the great Chono very closely there. He's now a member of the NWO.
As you witnessed last night, I can make or destroy a champion. And Chono, I'm a businessman and not a fighter. But you have a debt to pay with me and all New Japan. Next week at Nitro, I have your worst nightmare, and you will have a match with him.
Whoa, wait a minute. You've got to be more specific than that. Heck is he saying?
He wants to know who. No, you're gonna sweat. You're gonna sweat just like what you did to me, and you'll wait till next week. You'll be your worst nightmare.
Sonny Ono, his worst nightmare. Can you be a little more specific?
No,
Who are you
I wanna make him sweat.
Masahiro Chono getting a promise here from Sonny Ono that next week he's got a surprise for you. I don't know. Give me a break. Stay tuned. We've got more Nitro live here on TNT.
This past week, the Executive Committee convened to consider the petition by referee Nick Patrick for reinstatement to World Championship Wrestling. We allowed Mr. Patrick to appear in person to plead his case, and based on the comments that he made, based on his impeccable past record, and especially in light of his actions last night at Slamboree, we have made it official that effective 9 a.m. this morning, Monday, May 19th, Nick Patrick is officially reinstated. However, he will be on a probationary basis for the first 30 days, and we will review all of his actions during that period of time. And we certainly hope that Nick Patrick will continue to show that he is deserving of this second chance.
Back on Nitro, we have this statement from the head of the WCW Championship Committee, Mr. James J. Dillon. Let's hear from James J. right now.
This past week, the Executive Committee convened to consider the petition by referee Nick Patrick for reinstatement to World Championship Wrestling. We allowed Mr. Patrick to appear in person to plead his case, and based on the comments that he made, based on his impeccable past record, and especially in light of his actions last night at Slamboree, we have made it official that effective 9 a.m. this morning, Monday, May 19th, Nick Patrick is officially reinstated. However, he will be on a probationary basis for the first 30 days, and we will review all of his actions during that period of time. And we certainly hope that Nick Patrick will continue to show that he is deserving of this second chance.
Our thanks to Mr. Dillon for that announcement. And the fans, kind of a mixed reaction from the fans here in Asheville at the Civic Center when they heard the name of Nick Patrick being reinstated.
Well, you know, I can't blame him personally. I mean, I'm a firm believer in the one strike, you're out syndrome
you
here.
You can stop me from wearing NWO colors, but I'll tell you something. NWO is for life. And this is what I think of WCW right here.
Yeah, read your contract, fella. Mr. Wall Street makes his way in.
Well, you know what he's griping about, don't you?
Yes, because as James J. Dillon said, the contract that he apparently signed or whatever with the NWO was not valid. He's a part of WCW.
You know, all these legal entanglements. You know, wrestling combines the two worst features of American life. Physical brutality punctuated by committee meetings.
I
don't think there's enough attorneys. There should be more women attorneys.
You really think so?
Yes.
Who's going to do the dishes then?
Oh, would you two stop? Scotty Riggs on his way to the ring in this one-on-one matchup here on WCW Monday Nitro. Speaking of brutality, you are not going to get any more brutal than what has occurred over the past couple of weeks. And as you say, Larry, punctuated by what happened last night at Slamboree between two men, Diamond Dallas and the Macho Man Randy Savage. Over the course of doing this program and being a part of WCW Saturday Night and being part of World Championship Wrestling, I don't think I've ever witnessed a more heated confrontation than we saw last night as Diamond Dallas Page completely ruled the ring. Both men were not even supposed to be at Slamboree last night, and that's one of the, I guess, great things about a WCW pay-per-view, Brain. You never know what to expect. We didn't expect to see them, much less see what happened last night.
No, and I was very impressed with Diamond Dallas because when he hit the ring, he had that crutch in his hand, and he stood there, and there must have been 5, 6, or 7 members of the NWO standing in the aisle. They never made a move to the ring. They knew what was going on. They knew Diamond Dallas meant business. They knew he was going to take their heads off with that crutch if he got a chance. He stood there one man by himself. He looked fear right in the eye, and he could care less what the NWO stood for. He wanted to get his hands on Savage, and when he does, and I've seen Savage in some hellacious battles. Randy, be careful of this man. He means business.
Well, what are you warning Savage for?
Yeah.
You know, nobody has worked harder over the years than Diamond Dallas, and I think Page can smell his opportunity
something's going on.
to capture glory at the hands of expensive Macho. What's going on?
I don't know, but I see people looking in a different direction and stuff. It usually means NWO.
Well, I'll
But
tell
now
you,
you got me looking.
now what they need to do is look at Nick Patrick officiating this match, first match back, and he is right on top of things. He is right in the face of Mr. Wall Street. As a matter of fact, the Nick Patrick that we knew prior to what happened with the NWO was the Nick Patrick that took charge in the ring. 1, 2, got a 2 count. You guys know as well as I do, Nick Patrick was the top official in our sport for many years. It's because of the way he ruled the ring.
Well, you know, Tony, before I came to WCW, I had always heard about Nick Patrick. No-nonsense kind of a guy. He'll get up in your face. He won't let you get away with much. He's just a no-nonsense kind of guy.
You know, I never liked Nick Patrick. He's always a stickler for the rules.
Yeah.
But again, he
And what's
stabbed
wrong with
everybody
being-
in the back. Can you trust him? That's my question.
What's wrong with being a stickler for the rules,
It's hard to
Herb?
break rules when the referee's a stickler for the rules.
Oh, for
Why
crying out.
shouldn't you break rules? Your opponent usually breaks the rules. You just do it first.
Head first goes Scotty Riggs on the outside. Riggs
be
knows
stupid.
the NWO all too well, and we've got a little shouting match going on with Nick Patrick and Wall Street.
It's like Eric Gregg and Tom Lasorda out there. What's he got in his pocket?
Hey,
He's going for some sort of object in his pocket, and Nick Patrick has cut him off. He is holding on to Wall Street. Scotty Riggs. And there you see Wall Street holding the rope, and Nick Patrick kicking the leg, and 1, 2,
Wait a minute.
3.
Now, Riggs did not win this match. Nick Patrick did.
Riggs won the match. There's his hand being raised.
you know, that's kind of a loophole. That's more or less inside interference.
What that is
gonna
a
pay for that?
referee taking charge. We need more of that. And on the heels of what happened last night at Slamboree, I can tell you right now, WCW is back stronger than ever and on a roll, and he can take that T-shirt to his... Go ahead.
I thought you were going to say
It's
something.
our Valvoline replay.
Now, Nick Patrick here is trying to get something away from Mr. Wall Street. He's trying to secure it. He's got it in his hand. Meanwhile, Riggs came over the top rope. Sunset flipped him. As you see here, Mr. Wall Street's trying to gain his leverage, get up on his feet, grab that top rope.
Are my eyes going bad, or did he go backwards?
Keep going there, Brady.
Yeah, well, I don't know how to, I've never seen a man do that. It's kind of hard to call right
Well,
now.
go ahead, call it.
Anyway, Wall Street trying to regain his stature there, get up on his feet, and, well, I'm not going to tell you the rest of it.
He's lost it. People who know use Valvoline. With that in mind,
People
I
who
need
don't know
Valvoline.
run a tape machine.
let's go to Mean Gene.
All right, guys, sounds like you're having a lot of fun. This is Valvoline Live. You know, WCW Motorsports is very near and dear to me. We've been following it for a number of years, and ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure. Valvoline, of course, being a big part of WCW Monday Nitro. to introduce to you a man who is on a torrid pace on the NASCAR circuit. Please welcome to Nitro, Mark Martin. He is joined by his good friend, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. They're hanging from the rafters here tonight. Mark, great to have you aboard. Great for our association, WCW Motorsports Valvoline, and of course you. Now, Mark, obviously, we're taking a look at this automobile. That's got to be part of the reason you're here tonight.
Well, it is. Valvoline and I are going to give away this car.
Wait a minute. You're going to give this car away? How?
Well, all you have to do to sign up is go anywhere that they sell Valvoline, and you can register to win between now and June 25th. Or for more information, you can call 1-800-TEAM-VAL. And you know, next to NASCAR, I'm a big WCW fan, so I want one of you guys to win this car.
How about that?
And this weekend, I'm going to go down to Charlotte and win that race for all you WCW fans.
Wait a minute now. Mark Martin, Charlotte, North Carolina, the home of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Is that okay with you?
It's a great thrill to be out here with Mark Martin. Mark, I want you to stick around long enough to watch me run 6 into the wall, brother. Woo!
WCW Motorsports, WCW Mark Martin, win this car. Stay tuned. We are live on TNT. This is WCW Monday Nitro.
Back on Nitro, going to take you west on I-40 right now, go all the way to the capital of Tennessee, Nashville, and that's where Lee Marshall is right now, because next week we'll be in Nashville with Nitro. Hello, Lee.
Oh, Tony, you are so right. Just add the letter N to your location in Asheville. You'll find me in Nashville. A week from tonight, WCW Monday Nitro comes from the Municipal Auditorium right here in Music City, USA. Nashville Nitro. It'll be larger and louder than Guitar Giveaway Night at the Grand Ole Opry. So all you Nashville cats need to stop by the box office or your nearest ticket outlet first thing tomorrow. Now, I know Nashville's the heart and soul of country music and the home of the Country Music Hall of Fame, but being an old rock and roll and R&B guy, I had to drop by RCA's historic Studio B in Nashville. That's where Elvis recorded a lot of his best stuff. In fact, while digging around Studio B, guys, I actually found the original lyrics to one of rock's greatest ballads, and well, I'd like to do a little bit for you right now.
Oh, my.
Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. The service reeks, the toilet leaks, it's Weasel Hotel. Thank you very much. And that is your 1-800-COLLECT Road Report from Nashville. Stagger Lee has left the building for 1-800-COLLECT.
Wrong guy's in the ground.
Our thanks to Stagger Lee.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, well, I tell you, we have to go back to what happened last night at Slamboree before we go to our next match. And let's take a look. We talked about it extensively. You have to see this for yourself.
Diamond Dallas Page does not want any part of the Macho Man anymore.
Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
I would beg to differ.
Yeah.
He's got a crutch in his hand.
And he's got the crush they used on him.
That's exactly what
That's
he's got.
it.
That's exactly what he has in his hands.
Let's get it on right here and right now.
Here's the deal.
He doesn't see him. He doesn't see him. Here's the deal right here, brother.
The deal is you better run. And that's what he's done.
Wow.
Notice Eric Bischoff has come out. Notice how easy it is for him to back up
Savage.
when it's one-on-one.
Where you going? I'm right over here.
Eric is calling out the troops.
The Goon Squad is here.
I thought you said you wanted to feel the madness. What's the deal? You must have a previous engagement. Now, I know it ain't with Kimberly. I doubt if it's even with Liz.
Oh, my. Yes, go ahead and bring it out in the street.
You probably got to go to Hogan's house so you can wash his car and kiss his
Oh, baby! Savage is making a mistake. Don't fight their battle. Make them fight your battle. He is holding that
That cane, that crutch that was used on him, and he's got it. Let's go ahead and do this thing. There you go. Here we go.
He went in there.
Whip it, baby. Home run.
He hit Vincent. He hit Vincent too. Oh, he's got Bischoff.
Oh,
boy.
man.
The big man.
Right to the kidney. Right to the kidney.
Scott Norton is there, and there Scott Norton unveils the
injured
injury.
ribs.
Yes, sir.
They knew he had it. That's why they went for
Here
it.
he comes back, Tony.
They're going to cripple him. They're going to try to cripple this man.
The number's just too great for him here, guys.
Oh, yes, I feel it coming. There's a rumble coming in the building. The building is shaking.
Good Giant! The Giant has come to the aid of Diamond Dallas Page. And the NWO are running like cheap pantyhose.
I like it.
You're talking about explosive. That is explosive. These two men, seemingly no one can hold these two back. I want to see them go at it. I know both have been nursing injuries, and they don't care about injuries, Brain, these two men.
Not at all. And
This has transcended NWO versus WCW. This is personal.
Oh, that is very, very personal. You know, the Playboy that Diamond Dallas has taken from Randy Macho Man Savage, and I like the mental game they're playing, but it's going to explode. No doubt about it. Up on an explosive situation. Here comes Mongo. Got that Halliburton. It's getting flatter by the week.
Boy, is it ever. It's been used as quite a weapon, but Mongo and Jeff Jarrett are together in this next tag match. It should be a great one. Fans, do not forget, Ric Flair and Syxx will wrestle one-on-one live later on in this program in this 1-hour edition of Nitro prior to the NBA playoffs here on TNT. And look at the opponents here for the Horsemen. You talk about a great tag team. We got it right here.
You're talking about the Steiner brothers, who want to be #1 contenders for the World Tag Team Championship. Actually, you're talking about two guys who should be walking out with the gold around their waist, only to be stripped again through those legal loopholes manipulated by Bischoff. I think what we're really talking about is two guys who should be in a straitjacket. Well, that's beside the point.
What an exciting night it was last night at Slamboree, and for you fans who saw it, it was one of the biggest nights we've ever been a part of, and certainly we invite you to call your local cable operator for the encore presentation of Slamboree coming up during the course of the week. If you miss it, or if you just want to relive the moments,
it's worth it.
It really is. Certainly a big night for the Steiners, Jeff Jarrett, and
Tradition.
Dean Malenko. Tradition versus tradition there. Classic U.S. title match. Steve Mongo McMichael and Reggie White. Quite an event in itself between two competitors with a lot of pride.
And I told Reggie White he was entering a different world. He found out the hard way.
Well, he gave it his all. That was a great matchup, Larry. I mean, it's not like he just walked in and was beaten 1, 2, 3 right off the opening bell.
Yeah, well, ask him how he feels today.
Well, ask Steve Mongo McMichael how he feels today. Anybody who wrestled in a big-time competitive matchup.
I'll tell you what interested me about the whole thing. You know, he didn't have the smooth skills of a wrestler, but he was a very, very, look at this power. Oh. You know, Reggie White is a tremendous athlete, and he really made a pretty good account of himself in it, but he just was outclassed by him.
He was not outclassed at all.
This was a Mongo.
He was
acknowledged. I mean, didn't have a chance.
Well, I'm not going to argue anymore. It came down to ring experience. So
like
let's put a lid on it right now. Up to the top.
He might turn Jarrett into a lid. Scotty's got him on the top.
Look at the power. Scott Steiner.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh! Goes Jeff Jarrett.
It's a long way down.
Cover, Mark Curtis, and a save by Mongo. And that brings in the dog-faced gremlin. Back together again, the Horsemen. Tag, and here comes Mongo. And Rick Steiner wants in.
Yeah, but look at, he didn't tag Scott. You want to make a lot of tags. I don't know what they're doing. Tag or no tag.
Here he comes.
Here comes the man that barks.
And the fans love this man, Rick Steiner.
What a tough guy.
Two tough guys in there.
You got two tough guys. Steiner, better wrestler.
Oh, my.
Master of the suplex. Look at Mongo hit him right in the knee, and it was wide open.
That was incredible. He came out of being pounded to the mat, exploding out of the three-point stance, taking Rick Steiner down.
Hey, forget football. Mongo's a horseman. He's a professional wrestler right
Yes,
now.
of course he is. One of the finest.
Hey.
Oh, my goodness.
Whenever you get in that bear hug position, those Steiner boys, they'll suplex you from any position, and Mongo don't see them.
Oh. Head first. And Jeff Jarrett makes a save, and that's cut off by Scotty Steiner.
Blindsided.
Blindsided, and Deborah is coming up on the apron as well.
Deborah, get out of there. You're too beautiful.
You're right, Brain. Reversal. Both big men fall down. They collide. Out goes Scott Steiner. The Halliburton is there.
Jarrett's got it. Jarrett's got it. He's going to nail Steiner.
Hey, remember what happened last night?
Yes, that's
Green. He's pointing to Mongo, and here comes Green.
Kevin Green has arrived. And out goes Jeff Jarrett. Thanks to Scott Steiner. Green.
Green out of there.
Oh!
Kevin Green remembers the Great American Bash 1 year ago.
No.
That doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
Not at all.
Steiner's win.
Come on, J.J. Dillon, review that.
Kevin Green nailed him.
That Halliburton looks like a potato chip. Look at Mongo. He doesn't know what happened.
He doesn't know what happened.
He's being told now by Jeff Jarrett.
this camera with me, because I want the world to see what I'm fixing to do to this scoop.
He wants the camera to go with him.
Oh, yeah, I want to see this.
Oh, he shoved Doug Dillinger down.
He taught Reggie White a lesson. Might as well teach Green one.
We got to take a break.
No,
Next
no.
week, we're back at our regular time, 7:55. We are back live on Nitro, and as you would expect, the tape machines were rolling during the course of that commercial break. When Mongo said, "Bring the camera back with me," I think the footage is ready. Let's take a look at what happened while we were in a commercial break. You talked about volatile.
Oh, Steve.
I mean, you are seeing two superb athletes in a bitter war. Taking every man in security, WCW security, and wrestlers to pull these two apart, Brain.
You know, I never understood why everybody wants to break the fight up. Let him fight. Green came in and snuck up from McMichaels from behind. It wasn't even his match. Nothing for him to even be involved in. Lock the door, let him fight.
See, Green's not wise enough yet. Whenever you do something like that, you don't go back to the dressing room you're asking for. You go right out the back door, get in the cab, bing, 23 skidoo.
You've done this before, as I can tell. And so has Steve Mongo McMichael. Time for our main event as we go back to the ring here on WCW Monday Nitro. And as we await Ric Flair and Six in what should be a great one, I want to remind you one more time that tickets go on sale Saturday, May 24th, this coming Saturday at 10 a.m. at the MGM Grand Garden Arena box office for WCW Monday Nitro, coming to the MGM Grand Garden Arena Monday, June 30th. Ric Flair, Medusa, and Mike Tenay will be there signing autographs, and as Mike told us, someone, a major star in our sport, will make his debut that night. I don't know if it's with WCW or maybe his debut with the NWO, I don't know. That night at Nitro in Las Vegas.
Well, he finds out everything, and he has his ways of knowing things, and I just wished I knew his way of knowing things, and I'd know, and I could tell you and the fans out there for a small fee.
Yeah, and we all know you would muck it up.
I tell him for a large fee.
I tell you for nothing, Larry.
Here we go, and you know, this is a big event as well.
Well, you know what had happened last night, Tony? The New World Order found out the hard way you cannot beat tradition, and tradition is walking now towards the ring right now.
Last night, beyond a shadow of a doubt, Flair, Piper, and Green proved who was superior. However, I say this is a big night. There's some tradition for you. The very first Horseman t-shirt.
Collector's item.
You're not kidding. In addition, last night a big match because it was Flair's return to the ring. But tonight, it's his return in singles competition where he made his name, and Six wasting no time from the opening bell here.
No, he caught the Nature Boy off guard. Spinning back kick right in the mouth. Flair looks dazed. Woo! That's it.
It's always dangerous to be the second man in the ring.
Oh, here we go. The Nature Boy's back. He's alive, and we got him right here.
Now stay on that grease ball.
Right hand, left hand, right.
Backhand chop. That's to show him some tradition.
Oh, yeah.
They are standing, and they are in a capacity crowd here in the Smoky Mountains of North Carolina. Oh, boy, 6 rebounds, and that was awesome. And we've got company.
Hey!
Oh, you knew this was going to happen. You just knew it.
The whole pack of rats.
You're exactly right. They call themselves the Wolf Pack, and there is no way Flair can fend this off.
We're going to get McMichaels out here. Somebody needs some help.
Kevin Green embroiled in the fight, as we saw moments ago. And I know Piper's not here. He's a man alone.
And you know what that means? That Flair is helpless right now. And at the hands of the NWO. And you know what they want to do after last night?
Well, we do understand because of the fight that ensued in the dressing room. The Horsemen, every one of them, escorted from the building, so Flair is left alone.
What? Today just told me Jared went with them.
They all were escorted.
Things do not look good for Ric Flair.
Not on the heels of an injury that could have ended a career.
Yeah, it was just another stab in the back, a New World Order cowardly plan.
They're not done with him yet, Larry.
You know, Larry, you're right. This was a plan from the beginning. 6 wanted this.
Well, they used 6 because Flair knows he can beat him, and they set him up.
Oh! Release powerbomb.
See his head snap. He's out.
Referees are getting pounded by the NWO.
They don't care. They could care less.
Randy Anderson trying to pull Flair out.
They punched him out. They punched Anderson out.
In comparison, last night is what we're all about. Tonight is what these guys are all about, and it's nothing.
Look at 6, look at 6. Ric Flair did not look like this last night. He's out cold right now. And you know he's got a history of back injuries. He was in that plane crash.
You said last night was your finest moment. Well, what's tonight, Rick, huh? It's no longer about anything except putting Ric Flair out of the business, putting Piper out of the business. Piper, you better be strapped sitting up there on that mountain, because we're going to bum rush you, old man.
Hey, yo. Hey, Flair. Look at you now. Hey. Hey, Kev. Call the Smithsonian. Tell them we got 1/2 of that dinosaur exhibit they were looking for.
Shut his mic off.
Piper will be sending him that second half of it real soon.
Jurassic Dream Team.
Everybody knows when you're Wolfpack for life.
And when you're NWO,
Yeah.
everybody knows you're just too sweet.
All right. We are back on Nitro.
Where's that disgusting music
For
again?
crying out loud. I want to remind you that we return at our regular starting time next week, 7:55 p.m. and live on TNT. The big boys are back at the 8 o'clock hour, 2 hours live on WCW Monday Nitro next week. So Bischoff makes the big grandstand play now.
Do we gotta put up with Eric Bischoff coming down, shooting off his mouth? Where's J.J. Dillon?
Well, let me say this. It goes back to not only the contracts negotiated by Bischoff when he had the power, but it also goes back to the NWO winning that big pay-per-view event at Uncensored when they got the right to do whatever they wanted to do. That's why 6 could make the challenge to Flair and get the match tonight earlier on, which, as we now know, Brain, was just a setup.
And that's why they could get 75% of the gate the other night. Like J.J. Dillon said, that man right there cut some sweet deal that nobody knows about.
You may not like him, and most of us do not, but you cannot deny he is one of the most shrewd businessmen this sport has ever seen. He is no longer in power officially, but he's every bit as powerful as ever.
Yeah, well, Nixon thought he was shrewd, too. Nixon
thought Bischoff was shrewd?
No, Nixon thought he was smooth and they impeached him.
Don't compare him to Bischoff. Well, here he goes.
I love you people. Each and every one of you. Especially you guys. You know, last week, and what about Six and Hall and Nash? Are they too much or what? You don't want to make them mad. Trust me, I know. You know, last week in Baltimore, I had something I wanted to say to Sting. In fact, I wanted to talk to Sting so badly, I've called his home. I've left messages at the gym where he used to work out. We even hired a private detective agency to try to find him and keep track of him so that I could invite him here to Stop it. So I could invite him here to Asheville to say this to his face. But we can't find him. We look there, he's not there. He's not in the locker room, he's not in Asheville. And you know why? Because he's a coward.
Oh, for crying out loud.
He's a gutless, spineless coward.
This is a joke.
And everybody's talking about he's so consumed with his hatred for Hollywood Hogan. Well, listen, Sting, wherever you may be hiding, you will never get in the ring with Hollywood Hogan. And you know why? Because I love you, Sting. And because you are not worth a drop of Hollywood's perspiration. You should worship the ground that he spits on. It ain't happening. Give it up, Sting. I know you people feel the same way I feel. I feel your love for Hollywood. And by the way, Sting, I wish you were here tonight because I would take the opportunity to slap the paint right off of your face.
Well,
yeah, you would want to see that too, wouldn't you?
He popped up from the ring.
Your opportunity is
You want to see that?
is right now.
Get him!
He nailed him!
There's a loophole.
Bischoff is out! Out cold!
You pop up right through there.
Hogan's not gonna like this!
Who cares what Hogan likes?
Exactly! There he is!
Well, why don't Hollywood do something about it?
Those eyes burning a hole from Nitro Live all the way to Hollywood. Incredibly, shockingly, Sting arrives. Sting is here on Nitro